What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream, my second live stream. We already got some comments in the stream. What's up as everybody makes their way in? Let's go through some of these comments. Truth Seeker's back in the house. What's up? What's up? Good evening. It's 10:30. Oh, okay, so it's not too late. Good. That's good to know. Not too late in Ireland. She says hello to everyone. Greetings from Australia. It's nearly 8 a.m. Okay, so this time kind of works. It's not too late for Ireland. It's not too early for Australia. What's up? It's Priscilla and Maria saying hello to each other. Do you have good weather in Australia? Let's see. Cloudy. Do you practice meditation? Ooh, it's interesting you guys are talking about that. Tell me what you guys think about this. I'm actually thinking about trying to get a certification in meditation of some sort or learn meditation and start doing meditations on the live streams. You know, we could do a group meditation all focused on maybe the same idea or the same principle. Because I've heard there's an amplifier, or how would I say it? You can amplify the effects of meditation when a group of people focus on the same idea. So let me know what you guys think about that. Not really. I go into the field, the raw field. What does that mean? Tell me more. The universal field. What do you mean by that? Nature is beautiful. It's not the 3D. It's the field we're all connected into. Okay. Kind of like the ether. Is that what you mean? ET Universe says hello. What's up? What's up? Super Soul says hi. Huzaifa. What's up? What's up? Hi, everyone. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, the main topic that I wanted to talk about today, but of course we can just riff and we, you guys, if you guys want to ask certain things, or we can just bring up certain topics, we can just riff like we did last time. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about with you guys was this epiphany I had last night when I made another video last night on the channel. Not sure if you guys all saw it or some of you guys saw it, but the premise of it, the thesis of it is this. Okay, it comes down to here. Let me show you guys something. It comes down to the journey of souls, which is something. Hold on, let me see if I got this correct here. A book that I read that started me off into this whole journey. Hold on, let me close this here. So, Journey of Souls talks about this idea of a life plan. Okay, let me actually go to this. I think it's section 11. Here, look, the staging. No, memory. No, that went too far. I want to show you guys. So choosing the body, choosing the talent. So you choose everything, right? And you have soul groups that people you're gonna interact with. And where's that part about the staging area? But anyways, the point is that many of your life is purportedly planned according to Journey of Soul. Here we go. Place of life selection. So Newton describes a stage where souls are taken to a kind of selection environment where potential lives can be previewed. Some summaries call this the place of life selection. The idea is that souls are shown possible future lives, almost like reviewing scenes, timelines, bodies, families, and or probabilities. This is one of the most fascinating part of the books. The soul does not simply get dropped into Earth. It examines potential life paths. Okay. Now, and I see all the comments. I'm going to respond in a second, but I'd love to get people's take on this. Now, the epiphany that I had was, okay, I remember reading this life selection part and thinking it was very interesting. And I remember it feeds into this idea of we choose our parents, we choose our families, we choose a lot of the difficulties we go through. But this was before I started getting opened up to David Icke and some of this other material. And even starting to have a potential, there's some nefarious purpose to us being here, right? Before opening my mind up to that possibility. But then I thought back about it last night, and we've talked about the trap or the trick idea, the idea that we're probably all much more powerful than we think, and that's why they have to go to such lengths to keep us trapped here, to manipulate us, to all these different things. And then I've also been thinking about free will and how that is kind of a universal law in the universe or multiverse. And then it got me thinking, well, if free will is something that is ultimately championed across the board and it's something that can't really be controlled, why is it that our lives are like almost predictable in a way from the outside realm? Why is it that our lives are supposed to follow like a certain plan? A lot of times we're like, oh, this is fate. And or we're shown in these in the in-between lives in the via hypnosis, we're shown that, yeah, I was shown that this would happen, that would happen, I would have kids, I would have this, I would have that. And it got me thinking, well, maybe it's not that we actually have these plans and we're meant to follow these plans. Maybe it's all a ruse. Maybe we're shown these things so that we follow a particular path in alignment with what the system wants or what the Loosh farm is intending. And that's the attempt by the system, by the matrix, to implant these ideas of, all right, into our subconscious. Yep, you're going to meet this person at this point. You're going to have a family with that person. You're going to have this job. You're going to go through this career, this trial, and this tribulation, whatever. And then we remember those as those events happen. Oh, I remember I had deja vu, or this was meant to be because I had a feeling that this was supposed to happen. You know, what if all of that is just an attempt to implant ideas to confuse us and to make us think that we truly don't have sovereignty, we truly don't have free will? That's the question that I want to ask you. And I don't know if that's a profound a thing or not, or if this is something that people have already thought of, or like, you know, if what are you talking about? That's not that big of a epiphany. That's why I want to ask everybody today. And obviously we can talk about a lot of other things. Oh, hey, look who it is. Mahela made it. She was having difficulties leaving comments last time. Okay, let me read through some comments. Yes, the ether, I guess. That's an excellent idea. Talk about meditations. Okay, let's go. Do meditations on live stream. I'll be on board. Yes. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Saying my channel's a blessing, dude. It feels like a blessing for me as well. Yo, you watched my last video. Okay, I'd love that. Mahela says, excellent. Mahela, am I pronouncing your name correctly? But Mahela and I have talked a bunch in the comments, but she was unable to come on the stream last time because I think you weren't able to type comments. Is that right? But now it looks like you got that sorted out. So welcome. Athena, what's up? I don't remember you on the last stream, so I think you're new here. Welcome. I like that. I like your geometric shapes. A lot of 45, 45, 90, right triangles and squares. I'm big into math. If you guys don't know, I have a whole math YouTube channel. Okay, so Silver Soul, I think you're saying yes and no in terms of my original question of this idea of the life plan or this life selection process being a manipulation. Tell me more. What do you think? Truth Seeker says hi. Eddie says choose all our difficulties. No. Okay, so tell me more. What do you guys think about this section in Journey of Souls? Do you think it's just a fabrication, or do you think there's merit to it and it's again part of the manipulation system? Truth Seeker says we are powerful. I'm in alignment with that. I feel you. I agree with your epiphany. Could be part of the program too. Okay, so you do agree to keep us subjugated. So you do think I could be on the right track. Escape the Loosh Farm says exactly. Oh my God, maybe it's their plan, right? Am I crazy? Like, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. So I feel like I'm onto something here. PT, that's, I guess you call me Pink Tourmaline, right? Why are they predictable? Easy, because the system is set up for failure. Why are they predictable? Wait, what do you mean? Why are they predictable? Are you talking about life plans or... Yeah, what do you mean by that when you say they are predictable? Okay, Truth Seeker says, not mine either. Exactly. Like choose your own adventure as opposed to a true experience of not knowing which path we will take. Seems like right? Okay, I'm so happy that this message is resonating with people. Yes, they keep us confused. Truth Seeker said, you say you're free from the matrix. Tell me more about that. What do you mean when you say that? How did you become liberated? Tell me more. Everest, am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Everest? He says, why? Because predictability is order and true free will is messy and hard to contain when someone outside of us wants to pull the strings. Okay. Escape the Loosh Farm says, thank you, Silver Soul. We do have sovereignty, but not in this realm. Yeah, but Eddie, this is my question. Do we actually have sovereignty here? And we're made to believe that we don't. That's where I'm just going to turn on my heater. That's where this kind of all stemmed from, right? We think, okay, we normally have sovereignty, but while we're in here, and maybe we don't, maybe we've given it up by agreeing to come into this life and give up a certain amount of sovereignty. But then it got me thinking, maybe that's all a farce. Maybe we actually have way more sovereignty and freedom and ability to do what we want than we think. That's the question. Tom's is back in the house. What's up, Tom? He says, hey, everyone. ET says part of a plan manipulation. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Mahela said, yes, I made it, and I pronounced your name correctly. Let's go, legend. And my name, for those of you guys who are wondering, it's Huzefa. Life plans, life scripts, astrology, and numerology, part of plan matrix. Okay, Mahela, tell me about what you mean about this. I don't think we choose our lives. Tell me what you mean by that. So do you think we're just literally thrown in and we have no choice? because a lot of near-death experiences, memories of the afterlife, journey of souls, they all talk about this idea that we choose our lives. And again, I'm not beholden to any of these narratives. They could all be wrong, or they could all be misdirections and manipulations. I'm just saying I've seen that a lot. And it also makes sense to me on a fundamental foundational level that if we do have authority and sovereignty and free will, the only way to get us here would be for us to agree to it to some extent, right? So that's why I think maybe we might choose our lives, but please tell me why you think we don't. Okay, I don't agree. We do have sovereignty. We are in authority here. We just forgot. Got it. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. But I need to do more research on this. Hey, Viv B is back in the house. Viv was here on Friday as well. Thank you for joining. Okay, Truth Seeker says it all comes from within. I think you're saying being freed from the matrix. It all comes from within, and they keep you trapped in the mind, the thoughts and the thinking. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've also heard Eckhart Tolle talk about that we're almost a slave to our thoughts. We think, no, that's my brain. I'm running my thoughts, and I'm thinking about this, that, and the other. But that's my choice. And then now, but Eckhart Tolle and I'm sure many others, we're actually trapped and slaves to our mind and our incessant thinking in some ways. Eddie Avila says, remember when Superman gave up his powers to be mortal? That's us. Right. For sure. Gave up. Yeah. Maybe to have a particular experience, or I think in his case, he wanted to have a normal life and have a relationship with Lois Lane. But so what are you saying then? Are you saying that when we give up our powers to embark in this life, that we are no longer sovereign in this life? I've heard Silver Soul says, I am creator as we are creator, know thyself says. I wish there was an easier way to say this. All the information across many stories points to a complex story overall. Yes, Lush Farm, we are Anunnaki reptilian. Okay, so you're saying us, we ourselves are. Yeah, I mean, I can believe that. We're all one continuum of souls and energies, and like we've probably occupied different bodies and for different periods of time. So, maybe we are... If I think that's what you're trying to say, that it's sort of one continuum. I'm going to write you my life journey and you can then decide. Yeah. Email me. I've heard we're scanned before we come in and the astrology is assigned to us. Ola Wolny talks about this. Who's Ola Wolny? Let me look this up. Ola Wolny. Let me see this. Hold on, we're going to stop the screen share and we're going to go to Ola Wolny. Let's see. Is this it? My Matrix login is Ola Wolny. Wait, hold on. A few words about me. Woman who guided by, if something burns your soul with purpose and desire, it's your duty to be reduced to ashes by it. Right. Any other form of existence will be yet another dull book in the library of life. Wow. That's crazy, because that's how I feel about this journey right now that I'm on, and this channel. It's something that's burning in my soul for sure. A few words about me. Woman who, guided by her inner knowing, found herself at the right time at the right place and was blessed with miracles and life-altering gifts from the universe. My matrix login is Ola Wolny, and for about 15 years, I played their game, holding various operational engineering and business functions in oil and gas. Interesting. I have been forever drawn to sacred wisdom, astrology, and mysticism forever. I have researched, studied, and discovered ancient knowledge since I was a child. In the spring of 2017, under the guise of Dream Job, the universe lured me to the Arctic Circle. Oh, whoa. What is all this? This is wild. There are no coincidences in life, and neither has been my relocation up north to this magnificent, enchanting land. Here I underwent the most profound inner transformation and a rebirth. I connected to my spiritual roots and Earth Mother. I got involved with local shamans. It's funny, Earth Mother, that's what John Lash Lamb was talking about as the true Sophia, Earth Mother. I got involved with local shamans and healers who passed their teachings to me and set me on my path. I was also guided to follow Karo Inca shamanism and dialed back into Eastern European women's lore. I immersed myself in a research of ancient knowledge, secret doctrines, and sacred wisdom. I've studied Gnostic texts, the Vedas, Babylonian Enuma Elish. I need to read the Enuma Elish at some point. Billy Carson talks about that. The Emerald Tablets, teaching of Hermes Trismegistos, I don't know how to pronounce it, and the Kabbalah. That's a Jewish text, right? Kabbalah. in order to get to the origins, as all these texts have been tampered with and manipulated throughout time to serve the presiding narrative. I believe that for sure. Above all, it was the spirit of the land that guided me. Hold on one second. Okay, boom. Okay, and above it all was the spirit of the land guided me, taught and revealed deepest mysteries of Echo, which later discovered across ancient texts. My purpose is to go beyond astrology to escape the zodiac mechanism and help others reclaim their power and sovereignty. I'm here to bring back the sacred wisdom about our true potential, creation abilities, and dormant capabilities so that we dispel the shackles of slavery. Wow. This is right in line with, I think, everything we're talking about. Okay, wait. Interesting. Thank you, Silver Soul, for this. Wait, I'm gonna add Ola Wolny to my list. Hold on. Let me load it up here. My Pink Tourmaline list. Let's see. Pink Tourmaline. Here we go. Interview list. You guys think Ola Wolny would come on, or is she too big time for me? Ola. Hold on. What is it again? Ola Wolny. Okay, Ola Wolny. Okay, I added her. Very interesting. Okay, we are meat bags housing an energy being several layers into a dream. Fair enough. So that's why astrology is so important. Oh, you're saying because of how we're assigned astrology, perhaps. How can we choose? I know, right? Look, that seems insane. But you know, if you do believe free will is in the mix, how could we be forced into it? That's another question. And you could say, so the way that they position it in Journey of Souls and Memories of the Afterlife, and really the whole New Age spiritualism idea, which I'm sure there's pieces of it that are true, but we'll often choose these negative things because we feel like we need to experience them for continued spiritual growth and ascension, or maybe that's how it's positioned. Maybe that's not real, or that we harmed somebody in a past life, so we need to now experience what that's like in a future life. So that would be their explanation as to why you would choose those things. But again, if we go back to the idea that it's either we chose them or we're forced into them, and I don't know which is the tougher one to believe. You know what I'm saying? And that's a genuine question. But I would say right now, Mahela, I'm kind of on the side that I think, as weird as it might seem, that we would choose these atrocious things. Not trying to be dark and let anyone down, but I don't think people are born disabled. And you might be right, Yulia. I get it. But okay, have you guys seen some of these near-death experiences where they talk about coming back and having to deal with there was this one that I featured on my channel twice now, where she almost was, they were joking and laughing, I guess, in the ethereal plane about some of the disabilities or disadvantages she might have and how she would have to navigate through life. And she said she wasn't bothered by these ideas because she said when you're outside, you realize you're going to be fine afterwards. And so you don't think about it as this horrific, horrible thing, because it's just like an ephemeral, temporary thing that goes by in a flash, effectively, compared to the infinity of existence. So while it may seem like insane from our vantage point, perhaps it doesn't feel that way when you're on the outside. And it's like, okay, well, it'd be like the equivalent of us jumping in and playing a video game with a massive handicap or something, right? Hey, you have to tie both your arms behind your back, and you're like, okay, but I can do this for an hour. Maybe it's something along those lines. I don't know. Okay. Everest, sorry. Your epiphany is the answer already to that question. I think that there are possibilities of choosing. Some you choose from an alien life, some from a higher level, in some forced form, the death traps. Wait. Let me read that again. Okay. Whoops. Got some messages. Hold on. Your epiphany is the answer already to that question. I think there are possibilities of choosing. Some you choose from an alien life, some from a higher level, and some forced from the death trap. Oh, got it. Yeah. So you're saying there's an element of choosing, and we get to choose amongst these different possibilities. Got you. My starseed lineage from Orion, then Sirius, then most recently Arcturus. Again, so much complexity. I highly recommend Sarah Alcalde. Oh, The Alchemist. People have recommended that. Hold on. Let me write that down. The Alchemist. Yeah, she got a cool YouTube channel. Big YouTube channel. Might be too big time for me, but I'm going to put that down. Sarah Alcalde. Sarah Alcalde. All right, there we go. Got it. Ola is amazing. I love her teachings and information. Okay, cool. Does she also have a... Oops, hold on one second. Does she also have a... Oh, no. Hold on one second, guys. Guys, give me 1 second. Hold on one moment. Guys, I am so sorry. There is an appointment with what I do for a living, and I did not realize it was happening right now. I did not realize we had scheduled it. I have to jump off. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm getting so into this discussion. Everybody, I'm so sorry. Sun is coming up. Pizza delivery, nice. My brother lives in Pattaya. Okay, hold on. When you have broken free the matrix, okay. I'm so sorry, guys. I think it might have to wait now until Friday because I'm having a little procedure done. I have to go to the hospital on Wednesday. So it's going to be, and Tuesday's going to be difficult. So I don't think we're going to be able to meet until Friday, but I'll post it. I'll see you guys on Friday. I'm so sorry. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.